What's up, my YouTube family? This is your host, Aaron, here. I hope all has been well with each and every one of you all. Um, Let me shine my face a little bit more, let the light hit my skin and whatever. Well, I hope y'all have been doing well. Tonight, I have some notes written down. We're going to talk about how narcissists are not normal people. I have a few examples of famous narcissists who actually took their narcissism to extreme levels, right? Then we're going to talk about low self-esteem. And low self-esteem can be a gateway for a lot of other things, a lot of other behaviors, including the way people interact with other people. It's important to break down the science as well. A lot of times on this channel, I talk about the spiritual when it comes down to, the forces of evil. And, really, that's where the deep root of it is. But also, scientifically, understanding the inner workings of a narcissist's brain, the missing gray matter, their underdeveloped emotional maturity. It helps you understand how to deal with these kind of people, but it also helps you understand how to identify them ahead of time, right? Once you get to a level where you're truly skilled at spotting people who are not normal, and I mean that in a way where they have not been developed right, and on top of that, their reality is distorted. They've made the choice to be who they are. Once you identify with people like that, you do your best to handle them in a way where you don't let any of their ignorance, their toxicity, their underdeveloped ways affect you, because you understand that it's a lot of variables and things that is going on. It's spiritual, but it's also physical as well. And you handle them accordingly and not allow them to take advantage of you. And I can understand in the past, we all had self-esteem issues. We had codependency issues. See, tonight, this live, I'm going to talk about narcissism. This is really a narcissism live to help better understand, because this channel is not just for spiritual stuff, it's also for narcissism stuff as well. So for those of you who are new to the channel and just got discarded by a narcissist, I really hope this video helps you all. I love y'all very much, and understand your value, man. Understand your value. Understand what you bring to people's lives is rare. It's not something that people get to encounter all the time. And what I mean by that, your support, your love, your sound, intuitive advice that you have given to many multiple people, right? You see, during these times, especially if you got rid of these narcissists, you are living in their minds rent free. Okay? A lot of times, especially if you're a chosen one or an empathic individual, there are people out there who still think about you. Their whole existence is based on how they can get you back in. This is how underdeveloped they are. This is how stuck they are when it comes down to you, right? It's a shame that they could not appreciate what you done for them because they chose to be evil. They choose to reside within the negative frequencies that they reside in. However, you won when you stepped out of the way and allowed them to do what they do best, and that's self-destruct, right? And because they're self-destructing, they're realizing that not a lot of people have the same kind of values that you bring, right? Let me see something. Okay, let me hide this guy. All right. So, with that being said, listen, let's get straight into it. You see, narcissists are not normal people. I have some notes here, y'all, and I hope y'all bear with me. This is a Narcissism Live. This is not really a Chosen Ones Live. I can break down a little bit about Chosen Ones, but we're going to break down how narcissists move. And this is for those people who truly want a better understanding of a lot of things when it comes down to these people. All right. I just dropped my pencil. Hold on, y'all. Y'all bear with me, man. I want to be able to get in there and tell y'all what's really going on. All right. I have some stuff written down here. All right, here we go. Narcissists are not normal people. Narcissists have low self-esteem. This can make them feel inadequate as well as obsessive. Let's stop right there. Let's stop before I move any. Oh, I know I'm hitting on something tonight. Before I move any more forward. Some of y'all right now have stalkers. You know, you don't have to tell me. I know, because I potentially have one myself. And a lot of times it'd be an ex from the past. You know, you see, your value is so great that when you come into people's lives, you really show them the lights. You really show them love. And because of that, it makes them feel inadequate. So when you get finished, when you're done tolerating their crap, when you're not supporting them anymore or giving them moral support or things like that, they become obsessive. Okay? They become obsessive. They can't handle the fact that you will not allow them to continue to use you. And we'll get into that. It's about maintaining control over the other so that they themselves remain superior. That's one of the main reasons why they hoover. A lot of times it ain't about love. It's about superiority. You made me feel inadequate, and now I want to get you back in so I can have the power over you. Right? That's why a lot of times, well, when I was married and I used to take the ex-wife back, her way of trying to get power over me was to call me on the phone while she's having sex with another dude. I'm thinking everything's fine. She understands where she went wrong. But what did she do? She wanted to crush me because they're weak emotionally. You understand? Narcissists are weak emotionally, like very weak, very fragile. And so just by me breaking up with her and not tolerating her, she saw that as a threat. So she takes it to the extreme and decides that she wants to call me on the phone while she's sleeping with some other dudes, right? And there's not once, twice she's done that to maintain superiority. That's just an example, of what I've been through, my experience, This is what they do. When you cut them off, their main goal is to get you back so they can do you. Because by you cutting them off, they see that as a threat. Can you believe that? But when they do some messed up stuff to you, they expect you to just accept it. Because you cutting them off, they see that as something so big. But like I said, the ex-wife she called me, was having sex as a form of punishment for me cutting her off. They are not normal people. If you cross them in the slightest, they will take it to levels that you wasn't even willing to take it to in the first place. You understand? You wasn't willing to take it to the level that they was willing to take it to. Okay? Just by you cutting them off, now I got to get you back. Now I got to break your heart. Now I got to find a way to deceive you again. All right? All right, I got some more stuff written down here. This is why even after discard, just the thought of you leveling up and potentially receiving your inheritance will then make them want to come back to maintain superiority over you. They don't want you to level up unless they have control over your level up. I repeat that again. They don't want you to level up unless they have control over your level up. This is why if you end up having like a new spouse or a new person in your life who's actually supporting you, they're going to get mad and they're going to try to make it hard for you to appreciate that person. They may plant little negative bugs in your ear. Sometimes they may get physical with you. You know, your own siblings, your own mama get jealous of you because, you know, there's stories, right? There's stories of a man who ended up with a woman and his mother got mad. His mother was like, "Oh, you taking my man away from me." She's saying this about her own son. Okay? She never wants to see her son level up because she wants to have that control superior. There's a lot of parents out here that are narcissistic and they only want to have control over their children to the day they die. They don't want their children to move out the house. They don't want their children to graduate school. They'll say, "Mama got you." And a lot of times they'll do it at the expense of the father because they'll make the father pay child support just so she can control the children with the child support money on top of her little career check, if you can follow what I'm saying. It's a dirty game because a lot of people out here, a lot of these narcissists out here, they're not normal. It's all about control, superiority. And if you decide that you don't want to tolerate them, they see that as a huge threat. You don't want to tolerate them? You putting up boundaries? That's a threat. I'm telling you. That is a major threat. So let's continue on. Dealing with any narcissist or sociopath is a power struggle. Yes. It is a power struggle. Yes, indeed. Okay? This is why it is important to maintain boundaries at all times and also recommending keeping your distance. All right? Keep your distance, y'all. Keep your distance away from these kind of individuals. Because the name of the game is power and control, and for you to not have your inheritance. Okay? The name of the game is to keep you blind. That's the name of the game. That's the overall game when it comes down to them. Keep you blind so they can be in control. They'll act like they're your best family member. They'll act like they're your best friend. But their actions show otherwise. Because one thing about narcissists, if people actually pay attention, they're not nice all the time. They can be disrespectful. They can say demeaning things. Okay? And if you choose to overlook that because of some title, then that's on you. But eventually, we all had to get shooken up by the universe. We had to, we had to get shooken up. We had to wake up. We had to see. We couldn't ignore anymore because, the longer they stay in your life, they try to see what else they can get away with. They try to increase it step by step, little by little. They try to increase the abuse. Okay? Where they wasn't getting physical with you before, now they trying to choke you. They trying to wrestle you. They trying to punch you. They trying to slap you. They'll grab things and throw stuff at you. Okay? That's not love. That's not love at all. That is control. That's what that is. Another reason why they are not normal people is because they truly want to see you dead. Okay? As I said before, you putting up boundaries, you leaving a narcissist, that is a huge threat. You might as well just kill their mama. You might as well sleep with their wife. If you're going to leave them, that's how they perceive it as. You feel me? That's how they perceive it as. And this is why they will stalk and potentially want to murder, because It's control, y'all. Control is what they care about for the most part. Even if it comes down to controlling your finances, even if it comes down to controlling your new relationship, even if it's controlling your new career opportunity, you tell them you're going to get into something, they're going to try to ruin it to maintain control. Because any type of achievement you get is a huge threat. It's a huge threat. You see how I'm talking like this? You're like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why me living my life is a threat to them? Because they are not normal people. Do you understand? They're not normal people. Anything, any criticism, anything that makes them feel inadequate, watch out. Okay? Let's move on to the next page. I have two famous narcissists. All right? I have one called Ted Bundy and another called Jeffrey Dahmer. These were narcissistic, also sociopaths and psychopaths, but they minimized it to narcissism, but it was a deeper spectrum than that. Ted Bundy, for those of you who don't know, was accused of kidnapping, rape, and murder of dozens of young women and girls during the 70s. All right? And a lot of times, the girls, he could have probably went on a date with some of these chicks, and they said something that he didn't like, and boom, that was it. He kidnapped them, raped them, murdered them. He went to the extreme. Because why? Those women probably called him out or criticized him on something. Okay? These are not normal people. Okay? Another one, Jeffrey Dahmer. He killed and dismembered 17 men. He was into necrophilia. For those of you who don't know what necrophilia is an attraction to dead bodies. So he would kill these men and have sex with these men's dead bodies. He would do things to their dead bodies. That's necrophilia. He practiced cannibalism and the preservation of body parts in his house. All right? These are the kind of extremes. Why am I bringing out these two today? These are the kind of extremes that narcissists potentially could reach, all because you don't want to tolerate them, or all because you criticize them in some kind of way for some crap that they did, or you try to hold them accountable. That is a huge threat. And when they do stuff like that, or when you do stuff like that, watch out. Watch out. This is why it is important to study these signs ahead of time of these kind of individuals, right? Because I'm telling you, all you have to do is sit back. One thing about the universe is always showing us signs of what it is that's right around us. All we have to do is pay attention to the little details. Pay attention to the little details. If you had a job and you see a coworker coming at another coworker about, holding somebody accountable, and that person keeps gaslighting, or, because that person is being held accountable, their eyeballs is getting all black and their eyes are looking all evil, that should tell you something about that person. They are not normal. They are unhinged. They are looking at that other coworker as a threat for trying to hold that coworker accountable. All right? So these are things you have to pay attention to. A lot of times, if you're an empath or a chosen one, your power of observation will show you exactly what's around you. Okay? Even down to the disrespect that people try to throw your way. Okay? Which I wouldn't recommend people do that, because the way time is moving now, karma is hitting these people quick. This is the time that we in, right? A lot of low vibrational, toxic, evil people, they're grouping up together now and they're taking each other out. All you have to, this is not a time to really be having a bunch of friends, homegirls, homeboys. Okay? This is not a time to be on dating apps, because that's where they congregate as well. All right? This is not a time to be trying to be in these little some of these dating groups on Facebook and some of these groups and stuff that they have on social media. This is not a time for that. You want to save your mind and save your time? Do not get caught up with a lot of these people out here. Is all I'm saying. Because a lot of these evil people, they're grouping up together and they're taking each other out. Because, you know, imagine a sociopath calling out another sociopath. They're going to want a gun for each other. They're going to want to kill each other. And all you have to do is just stay out the way. Because one thing about the wicked, they always weed themselves out. And it's just a funny way of how the universe does things. All right? So let me read some of the comments real quick before I move forward. You baby, good to see you. Facts. Right. You baby says, your boundaries interferes with their false image. That's right. And that is a huge threat. You know, because I want to live my life peaceful and away from your toxic BS. You want to kill me? You want to stalk me? Because I'm just distancing myself from you because I don't want to put up with you. You're going to try your hardest to act nice and try to violate my boundaries that I placed because you want to control me that bad or try to gain control. Like, even if I was to let you back in, you think I don't see who you are? Let's think about this for a second, narcissist. You think I don't see who you are? You might as well come on out with all that hate and rage. You can't hide from me. I know who you are now. Okay? And this is how you have to be. But they're going to be upset and mad at me. They're going to be upset and mad at you because you want to live your life peaceful. You don't want to put up with toxicity. You mad at me because of that? They mad at you because of that? Come on, y'all. Like, they want to see me dead. Potentially want to practice necrophilia and eat my flesh because I'm trying to live my life peaceful away from toxicity. Really? Really? But you can't understand that. You understand? Like, how can you understand that? If you're not them, you're not going to understand it because they're not normal people. They're not wired properly. You understand? They're very fragile. Very fragile, y'all. Very, very fragile. This is why to them, it feels good when they do abusive stuff to you. But man, you do a hint of a thing to them, oh, now you might as well be a dead man or a dead woman. Because now, yeah, oh, I'm going to get you back. I'm going to get you back. That's them, man. So let's move forward. Here I have, let's talk about the definition of low self-esteem. When someone lacks confidence about who they are. This is going into the low self-esteem topic. I won't be here too long. Lacks confidence about who they are and what they can do. And one of the ways that they try to target you, they try to target your abilities to know certain things, your intuition. Okay? You got a gift of, let's say, drawing, painting. Some of y'all do computer art really well. And the narcissist is going to be like, man, you over there messing with that low self-esteem stuff. That crap ain't, I mean, not low self-esteem. You over there messing with that computer art stuff. You messing with that painting stuff. Man, you never going to get far with that stuff. That ain't popping right now. They will say stuff like that. You understand? They will say stuff like that. Right? These people are not normal, man. It's all about power and control and superiority. This is why in one of my videos on TikTok, I told people that in order for you to be with a narcissist, you have to be underneath them. You can't be above them. You have to be underneath them in all aspects. If they feeling bad, they want you to feel badder. You know, they just want you to be beneath them financially, emotionally, even spiritually. They'll try to make you feel like, oh, the Most High works directly with them, and the Most High don't work directly with you. Like you don't have a spiritual team or angel team working behind you every day, guiding you on your journey. Like they the ones with all the angels, they the ones with the Most High by their side, while the Most High is not on your side. Really, this is what they want you to think. And this is why they try to do little things to target your self-esteem. for control purposes. Okay? Why was the narcissist able to manipulate us for a while? Because we simply didn't have confidence in our own selves and our own intuition. Your intuition, your radar system will tell you everything you need to know. These two eyes right here can reveal a lot of things. All you have to do is just stay focused and pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on. You know, hot and cold treatment should never ever go over your head. You understand? Hot and cold treatment should never ever go over your head. I don't know who, I don't care who it is. It could be your mama, your daddy, whoever. Friends, exes that keep trying to come back. Hot and cold treatment should never go over your head. You understand? We have to be confident in any final decision that we make. Even if you may make the wrong decision, trusting yourself more often. You understand? Trust in yourself more often. If you know something don't feel right, trust in that. If you know something smell fishy, or like they like to say, there's a fly in the milk, trust in that. Okay? Trust in that. Okay? Let me drink some. And what I got written down here, narcissists have low self-esteem because they are hypersensitive to criticism. Any type of criticism, holding them accountable, watch out. They will take it to the extreme. The best way to identify with them, watch how they move. Sometimes you have to be, a lot of times you have to be strategic around people. You know, you can give them just enough. You know, when people try to figure out, give them just enough, but also remain a mystery. Okay? But also, if they try to get too personal, you can be like, well, you know, I don't trust you, and you get into my personal life, and I don't trust that. You know, it's okay to disappoint people sometimes. You understand? All right, here we go. Last point here. The truth about them is threatening to their way of life. This is another reason why they hoover. When you know the truth about them, you have the power now. Slow motion this side. When you know the truth about them, you have the power now. Okay? So why do you think they want to hoover? Because they want to maintain power and control over your life, including not allowing you to see your own inheritance. They want you to rock with them to the day they die, so they can have control over you to the day they die. And that's why anytime you have anything good going for your life, new job, new relationship, they will attack it in different ways. They will. They'll plant seeds in your partner's ear. You know, they'll plant seeds in your ear. Negative seeds of doubt. Make you have low self-esteem about the choices that you make. Yeah, you know, this life is temporary, y'all. This 3D existence is temporary. So in this existence, you can't really allow people like that to dictate how you live your life when they themselves can't even grow and learn and take constructive criticism. Sometimes constructive criticism is necessary. On this channel, I give a lot of constructive criticism, not just to the narcissist, but to chosen ones as well. You know, because some people still want to hang on to these kind of people. They still want to hang on to the toxicity. And they need to realize that if you keep hanging on to that, then if stuff keep happening in your life, that's on you. Nobody else. Okay? All right? It is because you know who they are, and they are hoping that they can change that. It's all about power and control, y'all. These people out here think that they can control your life, but they can't even control their own life. But they take great pleasure in controlling your life. But because you want to live your life, and because you want to enjoy life on your own terms without them, That's a huge threat. That's not a minuscule stuff. You know, a normal person would be like, you know what, I messed up. I'm happy for them. If they want to enjoy life, I'm happy for them. I'm just gonna move on. They move on. Not these narcissists, not these sociopaths. They're not gonna move on. They're thinking about revenge. They're potentially murder, potentially cannibalism, potentially necrophilia, potentially rape. And this is why I say, if you cut off a narcissist, just expect them to be stalkers, because that's what you pretty much got in your hands. Some are more extreme than others. I've seen cases with women, man. Narcissists show up, leave flowers on their car. You know, I feel sorry more so for the women, because a lot of times these narcissistic men, they are relentless. You know, so some narcissistic women are relentless too. Some men got caught up with some really messed up women, and a lot of times they keep trying to show up and use sex to try to hook the man back in. On this channel, I try to encourage people: do not get caught up with these people. It's all about control to them. There is no love to them. They want to bring you back in so they can be petty and try to make you feel twice or 3 times or 10 times the hurt that you made them feel, when all you simply did was cut them off. But that hurt them so bad. But when you was with them, they want to target you. They want to triangulate people against you. All this pain and pressure they put on you, but you leaving them just hurts them so damn bad, because they're fragile, y'all. They're fragile. They're not normal people. You understand? They're not normal people. And when you understand that, you won't allow your self-esteem to be tainted by people who are so fragile in the first place, who got ego issues, who got control issues. You understand? All right? Understand your value. Understand who you are. You are way ahead of them, because you have better self-control than them. You understand? One thing about the Most High not going to deal with somebody who's stubborn and ignorant. Most High going to let them deal with their own wicked devices and let them destroy themselves. And what's the Most High going to say? I tried to tell you, but you didn't want to freaking listen. Okay? It's just that simple. It's just that simple. It's not as complicated as people try to make it. It's just that simple. All right? Listen, I love y'all. Y'all, please be safe out there. Those of you who are watching, y'all hit the like button if you appreciate the message. And we'll chop it up again, y'all. We'll chop it up again. All right? Bye-bye, y'all.